Hello again, everyone, and welcome to the Galen Snyder Show. I'm Vince Reed. Well, the Pennsbury Falcons right now are going to be on the road for a ball game this time around. We've been having some luxury of late. They had a few nice ball games at home, as they did the last contest, and a big win there against the Abington Galloping Ghost. And now they go on the road to take on the Ben Salem Owls. We're going to talk to Coach a little bit about that Abington ball game. As we said, coming into that contest, we knew that Abington did not have one of the teams that we have seen over the years coming in here for that ball game, and certainly it looked it by the time the game was over. Just one of those years, of course, and it happens to everybody. You know, it can happen to any ball club at any time. You don't know exactly who you're going to get from year to year and how good your talent really is going to be. And Abington just happens to be, you know, on a down year this year.
Yeah, I think you know, they don't have the size that they have in the past. The quarterback's a good ball player.
Yeah.
They have a couple good receivers, but usually they just have a little bit more size to their team and more experience. He's probably got more youth on the team, I would think, than previous years.
You know, one of the things I saw, because I didn't see the game itself, but one thing that I see is the fact that, you know, your offense again is doing a great job, and not only that, but, you know, everybody in that backfield seemed to be running extremely well again. That's a couple of weeks in a row where these backs have really done a job, and after the alignment are opening up nice holes for them. It's good to see that everybody's getting involved here when you get to this stage.
Yeah, we tried to, you know, mix up some of our backfield sets. You know, we've been running some our traditional wing T. We've been running some T formation. And we started running a little bit of, we ran a little bit of I formation, wing I, a couple weeks back.
Right.
And we even ran some power I, old style power I with an offset back to two lead blockers.
Right.
We ran some of that on Monday night. So by doing some of these things, we've enabled more guys to get involved in the ball carrying. And so between Allie and Rubric and Hose and Daly, you know, everybody was able to get some valuable touches and you know, get some pretty good yardage.
Yeah, everybody seemed to get nice yardage, as a matter of fact. And they all were in on it. The three, as he mentioned, really doing a great job back there. Of course, the line has been doing a nice job at opening up those holes. And I think that's one of the areas you got to be happy about, is the fact that that's one of the spots where you had to work on when it came to the beginning of the season. And that line seems to be coming together each and every ball game.
They are. They're getting better. You know, we were down a player with Nick Paragano, who's our left tackle, is out for the game. And you know, we'll see how it goes here versus Ben Salem. Whether he's back in or not, it's kind of a game time decision, so we'll see. But overall, they did a real nice job. I mean, Jake Harkins filled in for him, did a solid job while he was in there, and we move on.
Well, we're going to talk a little bit more about this Pennsbury ball game coming up against the Ben Salem Owls in just a moment. I want to let you know, of course, we're brought to you by ARIA Health, your friends and neighbors here in Bucks County. When you're in need, they're the ones to get in contact with. Also being brought to you by the Pennsbury Basketball, the Regional Basketball League, PRBL, and just contact them by prblonline.com. Find out, you know, if there's still time, and you better hurry to get your registration in. Anywhere from kindergarten up to 12th grade, they have an opportunity to get the kids into the program, learn the basketball game right, and also the fact to have a good time at it too. And boy, they do a nice job. I mean, Saturdays, the clinic's open to all and run by the Pennsbury High School basketball team as well. And for more information, as we said, contact them online. That's where they'd like to be contacted, there at prblonline.com, and get in touch with them and do it soon. And also, we're brought to you by the Continental Tavern. Continental Tavern, of course, in the heart of Yardley at Main and Afton Streets. And right now, we're getting into the fall time of the season, and you got some good things going on there. A little change in the menu as well, some added things by Frank. He's done a real nice job keeping you on the go and keeping you fresh all the time. They got great food no matter what you want, whether it be pasta, whether it be a burger, whether it be fish. It doesn't matter what it is. He's got you, and he's got you covered. He's got some real good things there. Not only that, you get a chance to enjoy it. A nice atmosphere there, and a little like a colonial setting. This is their 150th anniversary, and you get an opportunity to enjoy the camaraderie of the people that are in the establishment as well, and also watch all the Pennsbury games. on their TVs, because they do have them. We stream them live, and the Continental Tavern picks them up and lets you watch them there on Friday nights. We're going to be back with more of the Galen Snyder Show right after this.
The ARIA 3B Orthopedic Institute is redefining care in Center City and South Jersey. And our 50,000 square foot location on ARIA Health's Bucks campus in Langhorne features private rooms, free parking, and nearby hotels. With over a century of experience, the world-class 3Bs, Doctors Booth, Bartolozzi, Balderston, and their partners personally guide you from treatment through recovery. For all your orthopedic needs, call 1-888-ORTHO-3B or visit aria3bortho.org. At the ARIA 3B Orthopedic Institute, you come first.
If you are looking for a car, where do you go? Faulkner Auto Group at 4427 Street Road in Trevose is where to go. For the best deals in Bucks County for all your new pre-owned cars, trucks, or SUVs, go to Faulkner Auto Group. It's always Faulkner, to be sure. Go online to faulknerautogroup.com. Just remember, it's Faulkner, to be sure, for all your new cars or trucks. 4427 Street Road in Trevose. Faulkner, to be sure.
The Gator, Jerry Blavitt here, to tell you to tune us in every weekday afternoon from 3 to 5 p.m. right here at WBCB 1490 AM and throughout the world at WBCB1490.com. And it's brought to you by the Italian People Bakery and the deli at 63 Butler Street in the Chambersburg section of Trenton, and also in Levittown at Woodburn and Oxford Valley Roads, and where all baking is done on the premises at both stores. Yo, Trenton and Levittown, this is the Geeter, the big boss with the big hot sauce, Jerry Blavitt, inviting you to join me every weekday afternoon from 3 to 5 as we bring back the memories at the top of the dial, 1490 AM, WBCB, and throughout the world at WBCB1490.com. And it's brought to you by Mako at 1460 Prospect Street, right off Alden Avenue in Ewing Township, owned and operated by my main man, Matt Palmer.
Hi, this is Merrill Reese, and since 1986, McCaffrey Supermarket has been a real supermarket experience and a very proud member of our community through good times and bad times. Jim McCaffrey and his family have been there to assist our neighbors when they needed help, whether it's helping flood victims, raising funds for the American Cancer Society, or supporting the local Little League teams. You can count on McCaffrey's to be there. McCaffrey Supermarkets, 635 Heacock Road in Yardley in the village of Newtown, at 2890 South Eagle Road, and also in Princeton and West Windsor.
And welcome back to the Galen Snyder Show, as we're going to talk about the team up and coming that they're going to have to play here, and that's going to be the Owls of Ben Salem. The Owls going through a long winless streak for them. Ed Cubbage, who certainly did turn the program around when it looked like it was dead and gone for Harry Truman, really turned that thing around, and then they took it over and kept it going, and last year they were in the hunt for a possible championship in the league right to the end, and also this year they were looking good, but they were hit by injuries, and that has hurt the Harry Truman Ball Club. But I was talking to Ed Cubbage last week. He came to our show, and we got an opportunity to talk to him a little bit on the air, and you know, like he said, I mean, it's going to take time. He knows it. The kids he brought on are the guys that he feels are going to be the ones that show the way for the others coming up. That's what they did over at Harry Truman. They know they're not going to be big winners as far as that goes this year, some of those seniors going out, but they like to be part of something that maybe you can look back to and say, we began to turn it around here. And I think that's the one thing. He's got a positive feel. He's got a positive vibe for this team. Of course, it's going to take, as it would anybody going into a situation like that, it's going to take him time.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing the right things. You know, they hired, I think Ed had been teaching over in Bristol Township.
Yeah.
He was a Truman coach. Now he made a move over to Ben Salem. They brought him on as a teacher. You know, to have somebody in the building, you know, at a Truman or Ben Salem, or quite frankly, any place these days, is a positive, you know, running the program. So it will take them some time. You know, there's some obstacles over there. Like every job has its challenges, and but I think he'll do a solid job.
You know, one of the things that you look at, of course, you came away with a nice big win against Abington, and the kids know they're going against a Ben Salem team that is struggling right now for them. But one of the things you got to be able to do, and I think you know, you and your coaches have been able to do just that. You know, get them in a mindset to where, hey, don't look at the record. We still have to come out. We still have to do our job. We still got to score some touchdowns.
Well, sure. You know, you only get 10 guaranteed opportunities to play games. That's the only guarantee. So you got to take advantage of each and every one, whatever conditions there are out there, and might be somewhere maybe some rain Friday night. Who knows?
Yeah.
But you like I said, you get 10 opportunities. You got to make the most of them, and then hopefully you make the playoffs, and then it's nothing's guaranteed at that point. Yeah. So you got to be appreciative of all the opportunities you get.
One of the things I mention to people sometime when they say, oh, well, they're going over to Ben Salem. Ben Salem's not doing well. Well, I'll tell you what, there have been a few games that they've gone over to Ben Salem, and Ben Salem has made it to where they had them worry a little bit. Matter of fact, this goes back years ago, but I recall when I wasn't there, I had another assignment that I ended up that somebody told me that Ben Salem had upset Pennsbury, and I couldn't believe it until I actually saw it in the paper the next day, is the fact that it did happen. So, those things can happen. I don't know if you recall that. Coach, were you on that team years ago? I thought you were. You were on that team years ago that, I couldn't believe that you lost that game.
Yeah, neither could I. We ended up, we were 7-1, and we had Neshaminy the next week. It was the week in 9. And we're going to play Neshaminy for the league title the week afterwards. And we went up there, and we lost 9-0. And they had, we just couldn't get anything going. It wasn't a good night, like as far as the weather, and we couldn't get anything going offensively.
Right.
I was a linebacker. Like I said, I was a junior linebacker on the team. And they had a big fullback who had a nice game against this, I still remember a guy, Brian Johnson, who ended up playing at Wake Forest. And it was just one of those things, we had a bad game. We weren't, I still don't know why. And there were a few shaky calls. Those always play a factor, you know what I mean? And we came up. But the next week we responded, we went up to Neshaminy and beat them 12-0 for the league title. So we still recovered, but you're right, that was a game they got us. Yeah,
I was thinking to myself a little bit that one thing that you have as a coach and a reminder to them is the fact that you went through something like that. So you can relay to them exactly what happened to you when you played Ben Salem that night, and it turned around a lot of different than everybody had expected. So, tell them not to be in a situation where they're too overconfident going into a game like that.
No, that's very true. It's a good point, Vince.
Well, we're going to be back here and talking to Galen Snyder more. I want to tell you a little bit about the people, of course, are bringing you this every week, and one of them is the Continental Tavern. Now they're into a 150th celebration year. How about that? They're the old-type tavern, and boy, they bring back the bygone days. You can take a look at the relics that are on the wall that they uncovered there in the days that they were doing some renovation there at the Continental Tavern. Great food to go with. You got a lot of room in the place. People always settle in and get to meet new friends over there as well. And you can't miss out on all the good food that they have and the different array of food that they have there at the Continental. And don't forget, you can watch the games on TV live as we stream Pennsbury's games. And the Continental Tavern picks them all up each and every Friday night. They'll be there live for you to watch. And also being brought to you by the PRBL. The Pennsbury Regional Basketball League, and of course they are headquartered right there in Yardley, and they also are one that want to help your children get started. Find out what it's like to enjoy. Maybe you say, well, they haven't done anything like that for a while. It's about time they get into something. Let them get into the PRBL and start to learn the basketball game. Maybe they'll really enjoy it. And plus the fact that it's easy for them to get in and join, just go on prbl.com. And you get an opportunity, prblonline.com. You get a chance to get your children into that. And also, of course, we're brought to you by RA Health, your friends and neighbors here in Bucks County. Back with more with the Galen Snyder Show after this.
Peruzzi Nissan is the home of the 3495 Pennsylvania State Inspection and Admission and is your full-service automotive facility for all makes and models, regardless of where you purchased your car. Air conditioner tune-up for just $79.95 at Peruzzi Nissan. Buy 3 tires at Peruzzi Nissan and get the 4th one free, plus free alignment checks. Have your car looking showroom new with a value detail package for just $64.95 and a full detail package for only $179.95. Peruzzi Nissan Service, Business Route 1, Fairless Hills, where our business is you.
Achieving what you want demands the right game plan. When you team up with PNC, you get the tools and know-how you need to get where you want to go. Whether it's buying a new home, sending your kids off to college, or retiring the way you want, PNC is here ready to help you achieve your financial goals. To discover all the ways PNC can help, stop by any branch or visit PNC.com. PNC for the Achiever in You. PNC Bank, member FDIC. I'm Merrill Reese to tell you about our good friends at the Revere Ristorante Italiano in nearby Ewing Township at 802 River Road. I can tell you that from South Philadelphia to New York's Mulberry Street, there's no better Italian cuisine than that served at the Revere. Start your meal with one of their great appetizers or salads. Entrees include outstanding veal dishes, fresh seafood daily, excellent steaks and chops, homemade pasta dishes, daily specials, and much more. You can also enjoy their bar area, where on most weekends, entertainment is offered. The Revere also does off-premise catering and can accommodate private parties for any affair, including business functions. Call the Revere Ristorante Italiano for more information and reservations at 609-882-6365. 882-6365. The Revere Ristorante Italiano open Monday through Friday for lunch and 7 days for dinner at 802 River Road, right off the Wilbertha Road exit on Route 29 in nearby Ewing Township.
Oh, the corner kick's right to Chris. He's got a shot. Oh, no.
It happens fast, so we'll treat you fast. Introducing Rothman Orthopedic Urgent Care, where you're seen without an appointment by a Rothman orthopedic specialist. Fast, any day of the week.
Okay. Easy with his leg.
Rothman Orthopedic Urgent Care, now in Marlton, New Jersey, with more locations to come. It happens fast, we'll treat you fast. Rothman Orthopedic Urgent Care. See RothmanInstitute.com.
Don't forget, if you miss any of your local high school sports action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian, or online at thetrentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian.
Well, as you know, coming up here, we're going to have the game against Ben Salem, be at the Owls Field for this contest. And one of the things I think you look at it, if you're looking at the schedule here, when it comes to the league, I think right now, after the Ben Salem game, I guess you could say this is going to be the meat of it the rest of the way, because the contests that come after this are all going to be big. And this is where you're going to find out just how good the Pennsbury Ball Club is, because we understand Ben Salem, you'll be a favorite in that game, but we do know that the rest of the time around those other 4 games, boy, they're going to be tipsy-turvy. They're going to be one of those exciting games like we've been having week in and week out.
Yeah, I mean, we go Penridge. After Ben Salem game, we go Penridge, and Penridge just had a big win over Neshaminy.
Right.
And, so they've shown that they're a good ball club. Then we go North Penn, who certainly has had our number for a number of years. And then after that, we get CB South, who, they lost Josh Adams, which is a big blow, but, they've been winning some games, and then of course the champ.
Yeah, and when you look at that schedule, like I said, that's the one where, after this, they really get to where you have knuckle down and really get things going in the last 4 ball games. And of course this one, they can't let it slip up. You can't allow a slip up here at this point, because you know what Coach just mentioned, the teams that are right there getting ready for you the next time around. And like we said, Penn Ridge is not going to be any easy task. No matter what you look at it, they're a tough ball club. They got beat by North Penn, and I really thought coming into the Chamonix game that the Redskins and them were kind of on an even keel, but I really thought when you looked at it, this was going to be Penn Ridge's week, where if they don't win that ball game against the Chamonix, they could be in real trouble. So they did pick that one off, and that's a big one. And when we get to hit Penn Ridge, it's going to be another real big game for them, as it will be for Pennsbury. Then of course, as Coach said, North Penn. North Penn comes here. I'm waiting for the day or the night that we end up with a win over North Penn. I'm sure the coach is as well. I thought last year was the best shot they had in a while to win that ball game. It didn't happen, but they get another chance at it this year once more. And CB South is going to be tough once more. And of course, the Chamonix Pennsbury at the end of the year, the way they're playing right now, really, that looks like a toss-up. That's anybody's game. And I really think coming into that game, I think both of those clubs, the Chamonix and Pennsbury, will go into that game with an opportunity to maybe win the championship, or at least share the championship in the SOL National Conference, or possibly have a chance at least to get into playoffs. And the winner of that ball game, hopefully they both get in, but the winner may decide which of those teams is going to get in. So it's that close. And when you look at it, they're all big ball games without a doubt. And right now, you're in a series where you can't afford to trip up too much, because right now, any of these teams, Galen, with another couple of losses, are really hurting.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's going to get down to who does well in this stretch, at least for us. I guess we got all the tough games, so to speak, coming up, and so for us, we can't have any letdowns. We have to go after each week, and if we keep doing what we're doing, I feel like we're in pretty good shape going into it.
One of the things I feel, and last year I thought when those tough games came along, it was going to be a battle royal, and it was for you to get in there and get another championship, and you did. But I think one of the things it does when these 4 games after Ben Salem come up, it's a situation where at least at this point your team has improved greatly from the start of the year.
Sure, and we always do that. We always do that. No, I agree. We're at this time of year, you should be where you're going to be.
Right.
I mean, and it comes down to which team's healthiest. In a lot of situations, that's a big factor. That's a big factor. We had a real physical game with Penridge before we played North Penn.
Yeah.
Penridge got banged up real bad from our game. I don't think they ever recovered. They made the playoffs, but they lost. It impacted us the next week against North Penn. Get some guys down, some guys doing a little, really playing a little banged up.
Yeah.
And then North Penn, after our game, they were banged up, and so they went out week 1 of the playoffs. And then we had to beat CB South, and week 9 last year, and of course Josh Adams got hurt in that game.
Got injured.
So they went out first round. So you see, we were able to recover, and we almost went out first round. We had 3 defensive starters out against Downingtown West.
Yeah.
We just outscored them. Then we got our guys back, and we were able to get the run, but we were close to going out. And that just gives you an idea of the physical load coming up with all these teams playing one another.
And we're going to be looking forward to it, starting, of course, with the ball game here with Ben Salem being the host ball club for this game and for this contest, of course, against the Pennsbury Ball Club. Our show tonight brought to you, as usual, by ARIA Health, your friends and neighbors here in Bucks County, by the PRBL, the Pennsbury Regional Basketball League. PRBLonline.com is how to contact them, and also by the Continental Tavern in the heart of Yardley at Main and Afton Streets there in Yardley. You can watch all the games live streamed on their TVs of the Pennsbury contest. So we look forward to a game coming up. It's going to be Ben Salem playing host to the Falcons of Pennsbury coming up shortly. And for Galen Snyder, I'm Vince Reed.